Hello yogis and yoginis, welcome to May Yoga. I am Miranda. In today's video we're going to be focusing on the core. So doing a lot of work in our abdominal area, throughout our backs, even a little bit into our glutes and our shoulders. If this is your first time practicing with me, I ask that you look in the description below this video. There's a link for a separate video called Tips for a Safe Yoga Practice. Please watch that first. We will not need any props today, except for, of course, that beautiful bottle or glass of water that you should always have near you when you're exercising. So beginning in child's pose, I'm going to start to stretch the back out. You want your back to be a little bit flexible already before you do this practice, so not too early in the morning. We're going to have a short warm-up and nothing too much, so make sure you already have a little bit more space of breathing into the back today. Going to child's pose, opening the knees up about as wide as the mat, keeping the big toes touching, dropping down to your forearms, and then drawing the hands all the way forward. Connect the forehead to the mat, just starting to open up the arms a bit, making a little more space in the shoulders. And then we're going to start to walk our hands over from one side to the other, getting a side bend stretch. So walking the hands over to the left side as far as you can, and then again relax the head down. Getting an opening along the right side of our backs. Last breath here. And then picking up the head, start to walk the hands to the opposite side, drawing them over to the right side, the body off the mat as far as you can. And then again, walk the palms forward, dropping the head, close the eyes. Just settling in here for a few breaths. On that next inhale, pick up the head, walk the hands back to the front. One final deep moment here in your regular child's pose. And then start to walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to come up to a tabletop next. So go ahead and bring the knees hip-width distance apart. Push yourself up to hands and knees. Vinyasa. You want your knees underneath the hips. Your hands are underneath the shoulders, opening those hands nice and wide so that your palms are flat, open to the mat, pushing into all parts of the palm, taking the weight out of the wrist. We're going to move into some cat-cows here. So on your inhale, drop that belly down, looking all the way up. Exhale, curve the spine, pull the head down, chin comes towards the chest. Good, moving with your breath. Inhale, swimming through to cow. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in. Inhale, drop the heart, looking up. Exhale to cat. Doing two more of these. Inhale, belly down, looking up. Exhale, curve that back. Last one, cow pose, stretching that chin forward. And exhale to cat. Good. Coming back to tabletop. Next we're going to move to a seated position. So coming into a cross-legged position to start. Go ahead and bring the left leg on top here. So we're going to be moving over to that right side first. So just doing a regular Sukhasana, cross-legged seated position to start. We're going to do 3 levels of twist, but we'll start with Sukhasana. Right leg is on top. We're going to be twisting over to the right. So bringing that right hand behind the body, 1 palm length away. Remember, we do a 1 palm length away from our lower back to give us the space to really open up the shoulders. And then your left hand comes on top of that right quadricep. And then start to use your hands, looking over behind you, over that right shoulder. Just getting a nice twist. We open up the back in a straight line. We did a little side action and undulation. So now we're just going to finish with some twist here. Last breath here. And then release, exhale. Moving to the second level is going to do a little bit more work into the hips. So go ahead and bring that left knee, walk that left knee where it's pointed in front of you. Take the right foot, cross it to the outside, so that right foot can ground itself there. Wrapping that left arm around your right leg. You're going to pull this knee in so you can sit up nice and tall. And you guessed it, that right hand behind the back, one palm length away. So grounding that right hand down, twisting again over to the right side. Looking over that shoulder. Inhale, sitting up a little taller. And exhale, squeeze that leg in. Getting a little bit of a work into the hips, into the glutes, starting to kind of stretch that out a bit, prepare us for this core focus today. And then inhale, exhale, release. Third level of this spinal twist is going to actually be that Gomukhasana legs. So you're going to draw the right knee on top of the left. You want to think about stacking them, making a rhinoceros or unicorn horn, and always keeping the feet very, very flexed here so we don't create torsion in the knees. So both feet are flexed, knees are stacked on top of each other. Nice hip opener here, okay? Get those sit bones down to the ground, make sure you're nice and grounded. And then again, left hand comes to the top of that right leg. Right hand up and beyond you, one palm length back. Going into the final twist on this side. Getting a little release into the lower back and the hips. One more breath here. And then inhale and exhale, release. Switching to the other side now. So we're going to be drawing the opposite leg on top. First, just doing that Sukhasana easy seat. Cross-legged here. Starting at level 1 and then working up. Of course, if you need to hold in one level, if it's too tight, do that. Listen to your body always. But we do want to try to open that up, prepare you for this practice. So right hand comes to the top of that left leg. Left hand behind you, one palm length out. Pushing into the hands. Really working those shoulders, especially looking over, getting a beautiful opening in the neck, looking towards the back of the ground here, and then you're pulling in on every inhale, sitting up a little taller. Exhale, going a little deeper. Inhale, come back to the front. Moving to our second level now. So that right knee comes towards the front, pointed to the front. Left foot crosses over. And then using that right leg, right arm, wrap it around that left leg. Pull it in. Dropping that left hand behind you and going into the second level spinal twist. Pushing into that left hand, looking over that shoulder. Squeezing everything. Imagining the middle of your body as a rag or a sponge. You're squeezing it out. Last breath. Coming forward on the next breath, and now working to that final level. Dropping the left knee on top of the right. Feet going very, very flexed. Getting your hips between the feet. Getting the sit bones down. And now going to level 3. Right hand, right arm comes to the outside of the top of that left leg. Left hand again comes back behind you. And twist. Taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale, release. Coming back to the front. Gently untwist the legs here, using the hands if you need. Come into the butterfly pose. Nice final little seated position before we continue on in our practice. Just kind of helps settle those hips open. Okay, so now during this practice, I want you to obviously follow as much as you can, but if it does ever get too intense to you, especially when we're doing plank or like up all the way, you can always drop down to your knees. If we're doing plank, you can drop down to the forearms. So listen to your body, but try to keep with it as much as possible. Okay, everyone, moving to our first position, we're going to come into a plank. So hands are shoulder width distance apart. Step the feet back, hip width distance apart. Coming into this high plank. This alone is a fantastic core exercise, of course. You're pulling everything in. Try and imagine one straight line from the crown of the head to the bottom of the heels. From here, we're going to go into alternating one-legged circles. We're going to do the left side first, then take a vinyasa and move to the right. So go ahead and pick up that left leg slightly, starting to make circles. Just small little circles if you want. Just trying to tighten up the glutes, working into our lower back. Doing this for about 20 or 30 seconds. Again, if this ever gets too much on those shoulders or those wrists, you can drop down to the low plank to the forearm. Very nice. Last one. And now bring those feet back to plank. Push yourself up to downward dog for a moment. Pulling yourself back, pedaling the feet out. This is our first down dog. So then pedal those feet, walk them out. And now we're going to take our vinyasa. So inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, swim down to the mat. Inhale, push yourself up. Exhale, down dog. Again, holding for 3 breaths. Maybe pedal those feet out again if you like, depending on how tight your back feels. Keeping a bend in the knees if that feels good for you. And then we're going to come back to our high plank for our right-legged circles. Hands open wide, lift up that right leg, point the toe, start to make those circles. The nice thing about this is that your whole body is very active right now. And feeling all that warmth you're building up. Squeezing those glutes, squeezing the lower back. Holding for just a few more times, guys. And then drop back. Take your vinyasa. Push back to down dog to start. Pedal the feet out for a moment. Inhale to plank. Exhale down. Inhale, swim through. Exhale, down dog. This will be only our last down dog today. So just push those heels back. Take a moment here. Good, and drop down to knees. We're going to move to our back, so cross the legs. Come back all the way down to the mats. Maybe take a little bit of water. And then lower yourself here. Relaxing for just a moment, letting the body connect here, releasing that lower back. Okay, moving to supine leg kicks. You're going to bring the legs together, toes pointed, and then bring the palms face down to the earth with your arms beside you. Start to draw the hands underneath you. So your thumbs are side by side underneath the body. Basically trying to glue yourself so that your lower back and your back can stay protected here. We're going to be doing abdominal work, so you really want to keep that lower back area stable. Okay, so inhale here. Start to kick the legs, just in controlled movements. Really think about keeping that lower back down as much as you can. And if this is too much for you, you can always bend the knees a little bit, perhaps still making kicks, or raise the legs slightly. Somewhere where you can keep making these movements. Imagine you're swimming through a pool. 10 more seconds, guys. Hold on. Working those lower abdominal muscles. Inhale and exhale, release. Release the hands away from the body. We're going to move up to a sitting position so that we can go to boat pose to Navasana next. So bend the knees, inhale, exhale, come up to seated. So bringing the feet right in front of you. You're going to have the feet hip-width distance apart to start. Pull yourself open here. I'm going to go ahead and move my mat sideways so you can see this angle perhaps the best. So we're going to be moving into Navasana, which means that there are a couple different levels you can play with here. Level 1, which is where I would recommend you to stay if you have low blood pressure or if you have knee problems like I know I do a bit. So I encourage you, especially with the low blood pressure, to keep at level 1. If you want, you can always extend the leg straight up to level 2 or hook the peace fingers around that toe if you have the flexibility in your legs. You'll see what I mean. I'll show you really quickly. But to start from here, you want to get on those sit bones and then rock to the space right behind the sit bones. Find that stability there, that connection to the earth. And then bringing the hands behind the legs on the hamstrings at first. Start to inhale, pull the shins up, parallel to the mat. The feet can be pointed or flexed, that's up to you. And this is level 1, here or perhaps releasing the arm for the palms facing each other or down. Shoulders are open, back is straight. Okay, staying here, or if you want for our level 2 people, you can always extend those legs, extend the arms, or if you have that flexibility, hook the toes on the feet and extend the legs up straight. So holding in whatever level of Navasana you like. We're going to do 3 of these. Inhale, exhale, release the feet down. Drop the head to the chest. Sitting back up, working to the second level, hands behind the hamstrings, behind the sit bones, lift up those shins, parallel to the mat, releasing the arms perhaps, going to whatever level you like for this one. Looking forward, keeping those shoulders open, pulling in the core, inhale, exhale. Drop the feet down, drop the head down, relax again for a moment. And then moving to that last set. Come on the sit bones, rock back right behind them. Back straight, inhale, lift up the feet, lift up those lower legs. Squeeze here, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, releasing the arms or moving to one of the variations. Holding here, guys. Last one, really make it count. Back straight. Breathe in and exhale, release. Drop that head one more time. Awesome job. All right, so sitting up, we're going to be moving next into fish pose to kind of help relieve all of that and get a little bit of a back bend. So to go into fish pose, draw the body again down to the earth. And then we're going to bring the arms beside the body, palms face down. Start to walk yourself up where you come up on that forearm a little bit, and then bring the hands directly under the booty. Palms down to the earth. Thumbs are touching. You're already going to have a little bit of a bend here from those elbows. Now you're going to start to walk the elbows in and pull the heart, pull the chest up. Toes are pointed forward. You're pushing into the forearms and the elbows. The crown of the head comes towards the mat. Sticking that chin forward. Holding here. Shining that heart open. If you're feeling very stable and you want to engage your lower abdominals, but only if you're feeling really steady here, you can lift those legs up slightly, pointing the feet. Hold here. Breathe in. And slowly release the head back down to the mat first, and then release the arms away from the body. Bending the knees, bringing the feet down to the mat. Just doing like little windshield wiper movements here for a moment if it feels good. And then opening the knees, bringing the bottoms of the feet together, coming into a supine Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly. Hands are just relaxed on top of the legs or beside the body. Releasing all any last little bits of tension in our hips. All right, using the hands, close the legs. We're going to be moving to our side next. So go ahead and roll over to whichever side you like first to begin. We're going to be doing side lifts. So I'm going to show you how to come to this from the floor. You want the elbow directly under that shoulder, the forearm and the hand are pressing into the mat. This is going to help give you that stability in the upper body. Your legs are out straight. I'm going to show you with the modification first. The other hand is kind of in front of that torso, and you're going to bend that top leg to bring the top foot down to the mat. And from here, you can imagine what's going to happen next. You're going to lift into that side, lifting up on the inhale and down on the exhale. For people who want it to be a bit more intense, keep those legs stacked on top of each other and then just simply lift here. Okay, so we're going to be doing this 20 so seconds. So go ahead on your inhale, pick up that hip to the sky. You want to think about keeping that core nice and tight through all of this. Really working yourself up. Again, if you need that foot, bringing it to the mat, helping for the balance so you're not worried about twisting your back, coming back or forward. Staying here, or I'm going to show my final level modification for people that want it much more intense. It's going to be going into full Vasisthasana. Okay, lowering yourself and then lifting yourself up. Swimming that arm through and lifting up. So going to where you like. Last one, inhale, and maybe getting wobbly like me, it's fine. And then lowering yourself back down. Swimming to the other side. So kick those legs all the way over. Coming to the opposite side. Starting from the mat. Shoulder over the elbow. Fingers pointed forward. Grounding into that forearm. Other hand is in front. Bending that top knee. Bringing the foot in front of you. Opening that palm. Opening the foot. When you're ready, begin. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale down. Continuing at whatever level you like, feeling free to change it up. If you're feeling like, oh, this isn't quite intense enough for me, go ahead and extend that leg, lift up and down. Up and down. Working here, trying to straighten all parts of our core. Staying there for my final level people. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up. You can always space those feet out if you need a bit more balance, perhaps. You don't want those feet stacked, it's fine. All right. Last one. Exhale, release. Go ahead and roll directly onto the belly, coming into a Sphinx pose. Legs are pointed, toes pointed back, elbows again under the shoulders, palms open. Taking a breath here, settling in our Sphinx, drawing the chest forward, opening, giving a nice back bend. Okay, guys. Next, we're going to be moving into a low plank, giving our wrist a little break, especially if you were up on that level 3. So bringing the hands so they're closer together. You can interlace the fingers, but we're going to also be moving up to side planks, so you don't want to have them too tightly grasped. So just bringing the hands so they're a little bit of a triangle in front of you, and then tucking the toes under. So you're going to be coming up. Inhale, lift here. This is low plank. This kind of brings that pressure out. It's almost like a dolphin pose if your hips were up. You'd be into dolphin pose. Okay? So holding here for a moment. You're going to be doing this low plank. We're going to be doing single leg raises and then side plank. Be a little combination here. So start on our left leg. So inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale down. Inhale, move that left arm up. Exhale, bring it back. Switching to the right side. Right leg back up and down. Rolling up, lifting up that right arm. and bring it back to the mat. Moving through 5 more sets of these. Inhale, left foot up and down. Rolling over, drawing the left arm up and down. Moving with your breath. Inhale up, down, right side, and down. Inhale left, down, left arm comes up, bring it back to the mat. Right leg up and down, right arm up and down. We're halfway there, guys. Inhale, left leg up, down, left arm up and down. Right leg, down, roll to the right, arm up and down. 2 more. Inhale, left, down, left arm, down. Controlled movements. Right leg up, down, right arm up, and down. Last one, guys. Left leg, down, left side, right side, right leg up, and down, right arm up, and down. Hold in this plank for this last breath. Exhale. Release it. Release that right cheek down to the earth. Slowing down the breath. Taking some water. I know I need to, especially with talking. All right. So maybe come up on the knees if you like for a bit of water, or just stay relaxed to the mat. Just picking up the head for a moment, and now dropping that left cheek down. Last breath here. And exhale. Bringing the chin down to the mat. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Moving to a twisted cobra next. So keeping the elbows close to the ribs, hands under the shoulders, legs are pointed, they're together, toes pointed back. So inhale, rise up. Bhujangasana, looking forward. And now going into twist here. Bending that right elbow out, bending the left elbow back, looking over the feet towards that left foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, move to the right. Doing 6 of these, just like in our combination last time. Exhale when you come down. Inhale when you rise up. Really think of twisting that core when you come down that exhale. Working the side abdominal muscles and side muscles in the back. Halfway there. Exhale down. Inhale, rise up. Controlling the breath here. Not holding the breath. I know it's tempting sometimes. Letting that breath flow in and out of the body. Last set here. Exhale, looking over the left side. And now looking over the right. Coming back up to that last Bhujangasana. And then pushing up to hands and knees to Varmanasana. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We're kind of going in a full circle here, so we're bringing it back to our first motions. So tabletop here. We're going to do a few cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly. Looking up. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin down to the chest. Inhale, pull through to cow pose. Exhale, curve that back. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And then bring the big toes touching. Pick up those knees, open them as wide as your mat. Start to sit the booty back on the heels, dropping that forehead down. Stretching those arms very actively forward. So getting a nice stretch, nice relaxing into the back and the shoulders. Breathing into those spots of tightness, sending your energy, sending your breath to where it needs to be. And then we're going to start to walk the hands coming back to the body. Bring the knees together. Sitting up nice and tall. And then finishing with one final butterfly pose. So rocking to the side, bringing your bottom of your feet back together, knees open wide. So feeling that beautiful warmth that we've built up in a pretty short practice. Hopefully this helps you kind of strengthen your whole core. I wanted to just give like a kind of a whole core area practice today. So I encourage you, if you want, you can stay here even after the video is closed. Do a few more cat-cows if you're still feeling there's a little tension there. Do some little spinal twist work if you like. Anything that helps you make sure that your back is strong and healthy, and that affects your entire body. So I hope you enjoyed this beautiful practice with me today. If you did like it and you want to leave a like below or any feedback for me, I would appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you like. And I will look forward to seeing you again in the very near future. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.